I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Ayashala at I.S.U.P.K. in Oregon under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. The I.S.U.P.K. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been pushing the truth to the world to let that so-called black, so-called Native Indian, so-called Native American know that they are the 12 tribes that the Bible speaks of. We are the lost 12 tribes. And letting everybody know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We have classes Tuesday through Friday, 4 to 6 Pacific p.m. We do brotherhood. We do scriptural breakdowns. We do history. And we also do Lakwadash, our Hebrew language. We got radio shows Monday in the morning with General Hazayan, Let a Hebrew Speak. That's 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific. We also got Commander GEN.YAHANNA, and his show is 6 to 8 Mondays p.m. Pacific time. We also have Thursdays Israelite Vibes, and that's a little later, 9 to 8 or 9 to 12 Salakia p.m. Pacific time. Today I'm bringing you why our people are the way we are. All of our false leaders has been teaching us the wrong way. Hence Teflo Dollar, Al Sharpton, the biggest one, Martin Luther King. I'm gonna let you know what God thinks of these people that has been leading us in false prophesizing and false thoughts and also false dreams. So I'm going to go to Jeremiah 23, and I'm going to start with verse 1. And it reads, Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. Woe means death or destruction. So he says, Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. So therefore, the people that is teaching us that abortions is right, the people that's sitting there teaching us that being gay or being a lesbian is your own thought, the same people that's sitting there telling us to be hand in hand with the white man and all these other nations are telling us lies. Because in this Bible, what our Father told us, the Lord, He told us to be separate, to be holy, and to be a brother to our own people, not to every other nation, but to the 12 tribes of Israel. Israel be a brother to your other brothers. And when he say thy neighbor, he mean thy brothers. I'm going to read on. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. So them telling us to go hand in hand with the white man, them telling us to abort our kids, them telling us to love everybody else, is pushing us away from these true laws that's in this Bible. It's pushing us away from what we're actually supposed to do to be a strong people, to be a separate nation. And I'm going to go on to verse 3. Also, like it is more in verse 2. Behold, I will visit upon you in the evil of your doings, saith the Lord. So these people are going to get theirs. The people that's been teaching us this wrong, teaching us this false prophesies, teaching us these false ways to live, they're going to get theirs. Because they've been sitting here telling us people all this stuff. Abortions, that is abomination to us. Eating pork, eating shrimp, eating lobster, all that is an abomination. And these people tell you that all that's okay. These people tell you that the laws are done away with. These are all lies. But they'll tell you that. They tell you to be hand in hand with the white man, love the white man, love all these other nations, when these other nations don't care about us. We gotta get back to this book. We gotta get back to this Bible, our laws and statutes and commandments. Because that's the only way we're gonna be a real strong nation again. And I'm gonna read 3. And I will gather the remnants of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. This is how we was when we left Egypt. This is how we was when we entered Jerusalem. We were fruitful. And folds, meaning bound. We had plenty. We were really good. We were doing great until we start not doing what we're supposed to do by following these commandments. And now we got false leaders that are paid by the white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And they're getting paid to feed us this BS, this whack knowledge of how we are supposed to live. When all we need to do is open up this Bible, read this Bible from front to back, get a teacher from the I.S.U.P.K to teach us how to really live our life and live our life full, and how our life was planned out to be lived by our Father, the Lord. And now I'm going to go to Jeremiah 23. I'm going to drop down to 14. And it reads, Jeremiah 23 and 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem, and horrible things they commit adultery. So he's not saying when he said adultery, this is more like well, it's both of them. It's physical and it's mental. Physical, because you go into any church, you seen sometime last year when the guy went to his pastor and was about to kill his pastor for sleeping with his wife. Y'all heard that. It was big over the news. And then when he says that, it's saying us as a nation are only supposed to listen to the Lord and to Christ, but we're sitting over here trying to fall in Christianity. We're sitting over here trying to fall into Jehovah's Witnesses. We're sitting here trying to fall into all these other religions, Muslim. We're trying to do all that, that's committing adultery, because God said that He is a husband to the Israel of nation, to the nation of Israel. Salakia. He is the husband to the nation of Israel. So, in our beliefs, a husband can have many wives, but a wife can only have one husband. So therefore, us taking in all these other religions, we're sitting here committing adultery. And that's what these leaders are doing. Because they'll sit there and get paid to be a Christian. They'll sit there and get paid to be a Muslim, and to have us follow them into those other religions. or into those religions. Because what we do, this is not a religion. This is a lifestyle. So being an Israelite, being a Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. It's a lifestyle. But what they follow religions. They follow belief of false gods. They follow belief of stuff that's not supposed to happen. Abortions. Homosexuality. All of that. They follow that stuff just to get some money. Now I'm going to drop down to Jeremiah 23 and 25. And it reads, I have heard what the prophets said. The prophet lies in my name, saying, I have a dream. Slack it. I have a dream. So y'all know who said that. So he's saying that this prophet is prophesied lying in his name, saying, I have a dream. So God's saying that he did not tell him anything about that dream. That dream right there was something that he felt that should happen. But he was actually getting paid for it. He didn't even feel that. Because if you know, Dr. Martin Luther King actually told them people that we're going up there, and if we don't get paid, then we ain't doing nothing. But he got up there and he sold out because he got paid. He didn't care about nobody else getting paid. He talked a good game until we got up there, and then he went on with being joint with the white man and all these other nations. And now I'm going to get to Deuteronomy 13 and 5. Just because, like I say, these our leaders are teaching us wrong right now. And we're listening to these men, and we're following these men, which we should be following the I.S.U.P.K. Because all this stuff that they're talking is a lie. And it's hurting our people. Deuteronomy 13 and 5. We have to break away from these false leaders. We have to make sure that we're not listening to what they're telling us and get back into this Bible. Because we are losing this fight, and we are losing it tough. Chapter 13 and 5, Deuteronomy chapter 13 verse 5. And that prophets or that dreamers of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God. Exactly what I was saying. They should be put to death. So at first I said, whoa, people might not know what that understand. Or people might not understand what that means. But now it says, and that prophets or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God. So all these prophets that's telling you to go ahead and have abortions, telling you to hold hands with the white man, that's telling you that homosexuality is what you feel like doing, so go ahead and do it. They're going to be put to death in a cold way, because they are taking us from our true beliefs and our true ways that we're supposed to live our life. And it's not our fault. It's not our fault, because our leaders are supposed to help us out. Our leaders are supposed to teach us the truth. The people that know the truth is going to teach the people that don't know the truth, but they're not doing it. They're teaching you false lies and abominations, really, because they want money. They care about how they're living. They don't even care about their family. They really just care about them. If they cared about their families, they'd know to go ahead and just teach this Bible, because their family's going to be all right if they live by this Bible, if they do what this Bible is saying, if they teach their people, the children of Israel, the truth about who they are and what they're supposed to do to get back our nation. But they're not doing it. So he said death. to them, because he has spoken and turned you away from your God, Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. Exactly what I was saying. They're making us not believe these laws and making us believe what the white man is telling them. So shalt thou put the evil ways from the midst of thee. So we're putting they're putting the evil in front of us, and we're walking in that evil like a mist. So we're going to get touched with it. We're going to get drenched with it. It's going to get upon us. But like I said, it's not our fault, because we are being taught this. We are being fed these lies. So growing up thinking these lies, hearing these lies, but actually seeing them people living well, we're like, well, they're living well. They got good money, so us living like that, we're going to be like them. Yeah, let's be friends with the white man. Yeah, let's be, you know what? Let's go have an abortion, because, you know what? I want money. I don't want a kid. But I opened my legs, got pregnant. But you know what? That wasn't. I don't want that decision right now. So I'm going to go ahead and have this abortion so I can go make some more money. Or you know what? I just feel like being a homosexual, because I see homosexuals get heck of money because girls always let them do their hair and whatnot. But that is hurting us. And we're walking into that because we are getting led that way. We should not be getting led that way. It is our leaders' fault. Well, the leaders that the white man have over us. And God didn't put these leaders over us. So now I'm going to go back to Jeremiah 23 and 4. And this right here is just a little bit of who we should be following. Because I showed you what our false leaders are doing to us. I'm going to show you what a real leader, the I.S.U.P.K, will do for us. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. So did you hear that? I'm gonna read this again. And I will set up shepherds. So we are his sheep, but he's going to put a shepherd over us. A shepherd is somebody that keeps us in line, teaches what's right from wrong. Teachers, don't go out the gate, because you go out the gate, you might get got by a wolf. You know what? It's time for y'all to eat now. It's not time for y'all to eat now. I'm just speaking in sheep and shepherd form. But really, in real life, what that is teaching us the truth. This is how we're supposed to live. A shepherd is over us to teach us how to live. He didn't say, he said over them. So he's not saying he's putting somebody equal to us. No, you got somebody over you. And if you look into the I.S.U.P.K, that's what we have. We have structure. We have generals. We have officers. We have troopers. And that right there, you have people over you. So therefore, my officer over me, my general over me, they all know what I'm doing because they're over me. They're making sure I'm doing what that needs to be done so I can be raised up. They're over me, so therefore I know what I'm doing wrong. When I slip up, they're going to get on me. Let me know, hey, that's not right. Straighten up your act. When I do good, they're going to let me know, good job. That's right. I feel like I'm teaching you something. But they're over me. But at the same time, when they're over me, they're teaching me the right way. But it's not like these white men that think that they're over you. That try to just be over you and just work you to death, or try to be over you and just make you feel belittled. None of my upper officers never made me feel like that. As many times as I slipped up, they let me know, hey, you need to straighten up. At the same time, they tell me, man, but you are strong in this. You're doing what you need to do. You should feed them. And like feeding us truth, feeding us life, feeding us what's really need to be done. And they shall fear no more. Because right now we fear the white man. You try to act like you don't, but we fear the white man. We think the white man could take away everything from us right now. But if we got this Bible and we believe in this Bible, they can't take nothing from us. That's what that means. No fear. We're not going to fear us losing our house, because if we lose our house, we know that we got our brother to turn to. We know that we got people that we can turn to that's going to help us out. But right now, we scared of each other, so therefore we don't think that we're going to help each other. So we got to live for the white man. We got to do what the white man said. We are in fear of the white man right now. But we will fear no more once that shepherd's over, because he's going to let us know. You don't need to. Follow these laws and statute commandments. We all have your back. The I.S.U.P.K will have your back. Nor be dismayed. Neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. So we're not going to be dismayed. We're not going to be feeling belittled. We're not going to feel like we have to do this, have to do that, just to make money, just to get by, just to keep a wife, just to do this, just to do that, to feel like a real man in your kids' eyes once we are under these shepherds, once we are under these leaders, once we are under the I.S.U.P.K.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword with a